is the top view, the second one is the front view. Now, what happens in this case here? We are looking at the bottom base of the drawing, and the bottom base looks pretty simple. There is no angle there, there is no angle there. So it means that everything is straightforward because we are given the dimensions of 120, 90, and 80 millimeters. So this must be 120, that must be 120. And the height is also given to us, which is 16 millimeters. And the height there is how much? Is 28 millimeters. Now, this is where the interesting part of the drawing comes in, because this is a hexagon. And remember, hexagon cannot be drawn straight into our isometric view. However, what needs to be done is we need to draw this hexagon as a two-dimensional drawing and put it into a box and then transfer the dimensions into our isometric drawing. There's a rib there which is pretty simple, and this is our top view. All the dimensions are given. The width of the drawing is 80 millimeters and then 70. So everything is quite clear in this drawing here. So I will tell you that this is your point A, and A is always the lowest point, and A is on the right hand side of the front view. Now, moving from A on the given orthographic projection drawing, let's move where we're going to start with our drawing. This point A is there. So if this A is at the lowest point, then we move towards the left hand side to get our part of the front view. And now, looking at the distance there is 120. So I'm going to take you through this drawing, and I'll be very quick because it's such a simple drawing. This is your 120 millimeters. After you have measured your, after you have used your 30 degrees square, that is your 120 millimeters. On the side here is 80 millimeters. So I'm going to draw this 80 millimeters on the side here. I'm going to measure the 80 millimeters, and this is 80 millimeters. Then from 80 millimeters we simply draw a vertical line. We're now going up. So we have 28 there. So let's get at 28. Take it to the right hand side, the 28, and then take it to the left hand side. That is your 28. Now, I suggest that since this is straightforward and simple, make it dark immediately as you do it, because it's going to save you a lot of time. That is why I'm making it dark immediately. Okay. So now, let's do this part here, because we've got that part already. So let's just do this part here. This part here is, first one is 90 and 80. Now, 120, we need half. For me, I'll use half of that. What is half of 120? It's 60. I'm doing that, but there's other ways where you can get those dimensions. But I'm going to use 60 as my half, as my midpoint. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is 60. Now, why am I doing that? That's because if I'm going to be using 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So if I'm getting half, so it means I'm going to be measuring here, this 90, 45 on either side. So I'm going to do 45. I'm going to do my 45 on one side, and then I'm going to do my 45 on the other side. Okay, I'm going to do my 45 on the other side. Now that I have that, now I need to measure my 80 millimeters. 80, half of 80 is 40. So I'm going to measure 40 on either side. So this is 40 and this is also 40. Then what do? Then I draw these vertical lines up, up. Remember, I don't need the midpoint. Up, up. So now what do I need? Now I need the height is how much? Is 16. So anywhere on this line, on these lines there, I'll get my 16 millimeters, and that is where 16 is. So now I'm going to use 30 degrees to measure 16. That is 16 and that is 16. Now what I need to do now, simply get this point, join those 2 points, and then join these 2 points. All right, so now all I need is to put this together, join that point and that point. Okay, so now the bottom part, it's simple now, just joining that part and joining that part. Now the bottom part, I still need to get this correct. Now that is what I have. Now it means I have completed this bottom part here. All right, now this is done in stages. Now moving on to the next stage is to get that part correct and then draw this line here, which is still construction line. Now what I see there is that the top view now has 70 millimeters from the 80. So I'm gonna use that and 70 millimeters from the back. Okay, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and this must be 70 millimeters. So that's my 70 millimeters there, right there, 70 millimeters, and it's also 70 millimeters the other side. So I need to measure 70 also. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. This is now 70 millimeters. Now I'm gonna draw this 70 millimeters as its isometric square here at the bottom, 70 millimeters, because that's where everything is gonna rise from. All right, so I choose to draw this line dark immediately because I know that's what will happen. Now I need to draw vertical lines. 1, 2, and 3. Now if you look carefully, I am now trying to get this part out. All right, from the bottom going up is how much? Is 63 millimeters. All right, so it means I must now get 63 millimeters. All right, so 63 millimeters, if you do your maths, you can quickly calculate how much is 63 minus 28, because we've already used the 28. Okay, so in making things easier for you, why don't you just calculate and say 63 subtract 28, then you know that you're getting 35. So from there to there will be 35. It makes it easy for you because you've already used the 28. So this is 20, this is 35 rather. From there to there must be 35. So what did I do? I said to you 63 subtract 28. I need to get how much that is. Then you're getting how much? 35. Now I've got 35, so I know that this is where it's going to, my hexagon will start. Now construct that. Now draw a construction line that side, and then you draw another construction that side. So it means everything here that will happen is going to stop there. Then you're going to have another vertical line that stops there. Then you're going to have another vertical line that is dark over there. All right, now just finish up by joining that. Now what I need is I need to get that rib. All right, or a web. This here is 14 millimeters, but from there to there we are given as 28. So you've got to measure those two and say 28 first, 28 first. That's what you need to measure first. That's 28, and the size of the rib is 14 millimeters. Then you measure 14 millimeters. Okay, now that you've got that, now to make it simple, from there draw a line up to that point. Then you draw a construction line again up to that point. Remember, these are still construction lines. Then you draw a vertical line going up. Then don't draw the line there, just make a point there. Now, this here, definitely it must be dark, because you know that's how it's going to look like. Okay, then this also must be drawn dark, because definitely that's how it's going to look like. So what you do now, you simply take, join these 2 points from bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top. So what do I have now? I have drawn my rib. So now I need to darken the lines that needs to be dark. So which lines am I talking about? That's from there to there dark, from there to there dark. Now one more line is the one there on top, from there to there dark, and then another line is this one here at the bottom here, from there to there it's drawn dark.